Pete and Matt, welcome to Baffins, Milton Rovers. Pete, we'll start with you. How excited are you to join the club?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. From the first meeting I had with Steve, he's taken us around, we've seen the facilities, everything you've got here. I think it's a good time to be at this club. Seems to be only going one way at the moment, and that's forward, and really looking forward to the challenge.
And Matt, you joined as joint manager. How pleased are you to be here at the club?
Yeah, brilliant. Proud and privileged to be at a big club. Can't wait to get started. I think we've got a lot to offer, to build on some of the past successes and the momentum that's here at the minute. And yeah, can't wait for pre-season.
And Pete, you're back in management after a director of football role at Fleetlands. How will you find moving back to management once again?
Well, I thought after I stopped being manager at Fareham a couple of years ago, I thought that's it for me now. And last season at Fleetlands, I ended up back in the dugout for a little bit, and maybe I got the bug back a bit. Came back out when Matt had a assistant with him, and when I got the opportunity, I thought, yeah, we'll have a go.
What's your assessment of the current playing squad at Baffins and potential areas for improvement?
Watched quite a few games, and I was quite impressed at the end of the season how well they did. They looked like, those players who wanted to play for the club. They looked hungry, they looked good, and I was pleasantly surprised with what was there. There's always room for improvement, and I'm sure Matt Jones would say when he was taking it, a couple more players might have just helped him over the line, and hopefully that's what we can do, bring a couple more players in and strengthen the squad.
As we know, every management team has their own different styles of play. How will the Pete Stiles and Matt Powell Baffins side line up next season?
With plenty of attacking players. I think we both like to play football the same way. Going forwards, we like to score goals. We like to get the ball down and play. We like to play entertaining football. We want to be on the front foot. We won't back down from anybody. And I think that's how we've traditionally done it. And that's brought us a lot of success. And I think looking at the squad, I think an area that you can improve on is goals scored, and that's certainly be something that we look to do, whether that's how we set up the team or with recruitment. But looking to play good, attractive, attacking football.
And Matt, you led Fleetlands to the playoffs last season in your first stint as a first team manager. How do you think you'll find the transition to coming over to Baffins?
Yeah, it's nice to be back at this level, so the level that I wanted to be at. I've got a lot of experience in it, things like FA Cup games and sort of bigger crowds, bigger games, a little bit more on it as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I learnt a lot, and I think hopefully some of the lessons that I've learnt be able to put here. I don't think it changes in terms of what I'll do in terms of the divisions. I still want to be as professional as I can be, no matter what level I play at. Still want people to sort of buy into that and be disciplined to be at this level. So I don't think I change an awful lot in terms of sort of how I prepare for things or do anything different. But looking forward to working with sort of quality players and in better facilities and bigger games.
Pete, you touched on it already, but you've had a chance to look around the facilities and meet some of the staff already. How does the setup compare to your previous clubs?
Well, the best changing rooms I've ever been in, that's for sure. It's strange really, because I was at Porchester for a long time, and Porchester was being built out of nothing, and it was gradually getting there. Then I went to Fareham. Fareham was pretty run down, and we did get it a bit straightened, but it still needs a bit of work there. And obviously Fleetlands has still got some work to do, but it is nice here to see that you've got a nice pitch, good changing rooms, the bar. There's always work being done here, it seems, and they seem to be improving all the time. So looking forward to it.
Your roles will also extend to inputting into our youth setup, something you both have a track record of. How will you view our current youth setup, and how do you assess the player pathway to the first team currently?
Well, I think that is something we're both good on, having youngsters come through. We like players to come from within if possible, and we will give them opportunities to play. We have got a track record of having youngsters come in and do well and go on and do better. We've had several players move on up, so that is something we're doing. And the beauty of having a joint manager's role as well is, if you're doing the job properly, there's so much to do. Not only do you just look after the first team, you oversee the 23s, the 18s, go and look at the 16s. And if you're doing that all the time on your own, I think your missus would divorce you, because you'd be out all the time. Now, splitting the job is easy, you know, because it's your turn, it's my turn, I'll do this, I'll do that. So looking forward to it.
And lastly, a question to both of you: what are your overall ambitions, both short term and heading into the future here at Baffins?
I think you want to improve. You know, I think individually and when we've worked together, everywhere we've been, we've improved and sort of left clubs in a better position than when we started. And I think the starting point here is much higher. So if we do that again, you know, hopefully we can bring some success. Short term, I think it is establishing that pathway for some of the younger local lads who've, you know, been at the club through the youth system. I think they're important to get in and in and around the first team, so other people can see that there is a pathway. I think, you know, improving on the last couple of seasons' positions. The club done really well, just missed out in the last couple of years. So if we can just make small improvements in the short term, you know, I think we can be successful. And then longer term, you know, I think the possibilities are endless, really. The club has got ambition. You can see that from the facilities. Don't need to do an awful lot to go up the leagues, and you know, keen to be a part of that.
Well, thanks both for your time, and it's been great talking to you. And on behalf of everyone at the club, we wish you all the best for your time here.
Thank you very, very much. Cheers.
Brilliant. Thanks.